Marcus and you're watching the Reef Nerd YouTube channel. So, welcome to 2021. I've taken a week or so off from videos just over Christmas and New Year's, but here we are back again, and I hope you're excited for a big year of tank updates and videos and product reviews and everything else I want to do here on the Reef Nerd channel. Obviously the focus of this year I think is going to be getting the new tank set up. And so that's the purpose of today's video, is to give you a bit of a progress update on where things are at. As with all these kind of things, they do take a little bit longer than we would like sometimes, but progress is still being made, and we are very close to really getting to the point of having a glass box full of water, which after all is what we need for a fish tank. Before I get into that, a quick update on the current tank. It's doing okay. I mean, the transfer across the room, the disruption to automatic water changes, which aren't running right now, and instead I'm having to do them manually. The reduced lighting from what the tank is used to, because I'm only running the Kessels right now. I don't have the T5 hybrid that I had back in its old location set up on it anymore. All of that kind of combines to create a little bit of instability, so that the tank's not at its best. There's been a couple of minor coral losses, nothing too major, and I think I've nipped most of it in the butt as it's been happening. The majority of it's been related to some kind of a bacterial infection that was causing slow tissue necrosis or rapid tissue necrosis on certain corals, and I didn't have much luck dipping it. A while ago I did that video on the red scrolling Monty. As we can see, we lost most of it. There's only 3 or 4 frags of it left, but it's a fast grower and I'll be able to recover it in time. Really, with this bacterial infection, I think the only way to get ahead of it has been to just frag in front of it. And it did strike my digitators as well, so my big red digitator, it struck that too, and I had to frag that up and cut away the death. But the pieces that have been cut ahead of the bacterial infection are doing fine, although sulking a little bit and a fair bit of color loss. But we can get back to that when it's all happy in the new tank and settled with proper stability, long-term lighting that won't be changing, and conditions and things like that. As we keep reiterating, the most important thing in this hobby is stability. Fish are all doing fine. Obviously the blue tang is huge and just keeps growing, so the new tank can't arrive quickly enough. But I think we'll have that coming early next week. Or at least the glass will start to be assembled early next week. So ideally by the end of January, early February, we should be having the big couple of days or day where we transfer everything from this tank to the new tank. But let me give you a tour of some of the other stuff that I've got going on. Obviously there's a lot more to setting up a new tank than just the glass box. There's obviously all the equipment and all the plumbing and the sump, and obviously all the furniture and stuff that I've had made as well, the cabinetry. So yeah, let me give you a quick tour of it all. So as we can see, the cabinetry is completely done. Excuse the mess, it's just full of crap at the moment. You can see my Hamali sump that I did a tour of in my last video is sitting just there. That's just a temporary home for it. Obviously will be in here once it all gets set up, but for now it's easier to access and have it out. I did a leak test on that just recently. So I had it completely full of water, like up to about here. In both the ATO chamber and the main chamber. You can see there's still a little bit of water left in it. I didn't completely drain it. And that went perfectly well, all good. What do you think, Nemo? Yep, he's very interested. Yeah, so there were no leaks, which is exactly what you want to see out of a leak test. But yeah, it is important to leak test, particularly acrylic products like this after shipping, because they can be quite rigid and shipping can be quite aggressive, so always better to be on the safe side. So yeah, it's sitting there waiting and ready to go. You can see I've taken the reactor that was here out. It's just sitting here. The reason for that is I need to cut up some foam inserts for it. Eric didn't have any, but it's a real, it cost me like $3 on eBay to get some filter foam here, and I'm just going to be cutting that to size. and putting it in here to be the holding on the top and the bottom for whatever media I put in here, whether it's GFO or carbon or resins or anything really. You just want to make sure the media stays in the reactor and doesn't get sucked through the flow and out into the tank, and that's what the foam will be for. Yep. I've got junk everywhere, as you can see. But the most exciting thing on the top here is this, which is going to be my flow for the new tank, or the primary flow for the new tank, a pair of XF350s. And so I've got the Abyss sitting here that we cleaned up a few videos ago, ready to go. And I've been manually dosing reef anabolics into the current tank at the moment. As I said, it's all a bit hodgepodge right now due to the move across the room, but I'm just trying to keep it nice by keeping the trace elements up and doing manual water changes and everything like that, just temporarily. Inside the cabinetry, it's not really any different. It's just a big empty space. Currently got the vacuum in there. Super secret plans right there. You can see some hyper technical drawings as to how the plumbing's going to be. We'll get to that in a future video. This side is the dry side, and it's currently just got a big box of assorted plumbing, a UV. I've disconnected from this system because we will be plumbing next week, so I need to have it ready for that. Yeah, the UV is sitting approximately where it's going to be. It's not mounted yet, and it's not plumbed in. Those are just loosely sitting there, those fittings. And I'm just storing all these dosing reservoirs in there for now as well. But all of this will be cleaned up, and there's a lot more equipment to go in here too, because essentially my calcium reactor, which is still running on this tank, in here, that's going to be transferred to the new tank and will be in this part of the cabinet too. Up the top we have the lighting hood, and the lights are going to be mounted like across here, and you can see there's a lip so that they'll be sort of hidden and blocked from view to make the whole thing look really neat. I'm going to be running initially 3 Kessels, equally spaced across the area. So the 2 that are currently on this tank plus 1 more. And I'm going to be supplementing them with something new, something special. So I'm not going to say what it is just yet, but yeah, hopefully I'll be able to share that with you soon. I think I showed off a few videos ago that these doors on this big hood, and let me just zoom out so you can see, there we go, are automated. And right now I'm just storing junk up there. This one's just a normal door that swings out this way. But yeah, we've transferred a bit of the fish junk up into there, but that's pretty cool, keeps it out of the way. When these are all open, it gives me complete access to where the lights will be here. There is a power point up in that corner up in there, so all the lighting will be hooked up in there, and you can see the cable pass through just there in the cabinetry. So yeah, that'll keep all the wiring really clean. The storage tub and piping and stuff is just being kept up there because I got nowhere better to put it for now. I've also got this big box. Let me just get that down 1 second. There we go. So I just got this big box down from up there, and this was sent to me by Mountain Tree again. You might remember them. I did a video on some of their products a couple of months ago now, but they make primarily biomedia, very innovative biomedia, and they've sent me their latest one, which is this box of Bacteria House 3. So the 3rd generation of their ceramic media. And so yeah, I'm going to be running this in my new system. This is their latest and greatest, so I'll do a more in-depth coverage of it when I'm ready to put it into the sump and start seeding it and everything. But yeah, that's pretty exciting. So I've got a box of that ready and waiting to go. I think I've got more of it than I will need, so once I figure out how much of it I need, whatever's left over, I'll be doing a giveaway. And yeah, but the next major thing that's going to be happening is Billy from Starfire will be coming here early next week, and I think he'll be bringing some of the glass with him, particularly the base plate, and that's so that we can exactly get they're cutouts for the plumbing that are going to be going here, 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 and here. There'll be 4 holes across here in the glass. Get them exactly right because the tolerances are super tight. So we got to make sure that we get it perfect. And so marking them on site is the best way to do that. But yeah, Billy will tell us more about that when he's here, I think on Tuesday next week, but the video will come out probably a week later. And yeah, then we can finally get this thing happening once the glass goes in, and plumb the sump in and hook up all this great equipment that I've got, set up the lighting and fill it with water, and then think about transferring all of this into what will be here. So yeah, just a quick update for today. I just wanted to keep you informed as we go along on the journey. If you've got any questions about what I'm doing with the build, or any equipment that I haven't mentioned, or things that you want to know about in terms of how I'm going to go about this big upgrade, post them down below. I'm always happy to chat and comment. Don't forget to subscribe, it really helps out the channel. Like the video if you enjoyed this and want to see more like it. My name is Marcus, and you've been watching the Reef Nerd YouTube channel. Bye for now.